Oh, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to adjust this. It never fails that I think I've got the angle right, and then I really don't. But okay, that's all right. Um, wow, I'm really, really, really ill. At the same time, I'm really, really, really excited, happy, excited. Okay. The ill. And on top of that, sadly, my little grandbaby appears to have the flu. So, God, please give us a break. Give us some healing. Um, but here's where I'm really, really, really excited. That's Danny putting his cup away, by the way. That's a big clunk. And the noise you're hearing in the background, because he's sick, I'm letting him watch the kids' channel that we have locally, which is Cubo. And it's a really, really good channel for kids. Um, it's kind of like Channel 8 was when we were kids. You know, just newer versions of things. And it teaches them some moral lessons and how to speak better, colors, stuff like that. So I'm pretty golden with that, although I get a little buggy every once in a while, thinking, can I please talk to a grown-up? But the poor baby's running a fever. I'm running a fever and sick, and my husband is sick, and he went to go run an errand and said he wouldn't be gone that long, and that was several hours ago. So, you know, that's my husband. He tries to get so much done, which means he's out being sneaky and shopping for me, which I told him I don't want any gifts this year. The money that we have, we need to use on Dante. Because his birthday's the day after Christmas. Which, you know, we've been dealing with all along, but, you know, we weren't really allowed to see him beforehand. Danny, are you wanting another drink? Yes? Okay. Say please. Okay. I'm giving him some Sprite. Cranberry Sprite. Sorry about that. Because he was vomiting this morning. And severe diarrhea, poor little guy, and now he's got a fever. So, I think the clear liquid is the best route. And I'm going in tiny little amounts because I don't want to put too much. He tends to be rather gluttonous and throw everything down as soon as he gets it. So I have to slow him down. You can't give him a full cup of something because he'll drink the whole doggone thing at the same time. And then he makes himself sick. We don't know why he does it. His mom can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. Not I've raised enough kids to know. But this is one that's going to go to my doctor. I don't know what to do. Anyway. So, try this again. Alright. See, that's a little bit better. Sorry, guys. Okay, good job, Danny. Good job. Are you doing okay, buddy? You want to say hi to my friends? Well, climb up here. Climb up here, baby. I put my dad's little ice chest there so he can have an easier time getting up into Grandmama's bed. Come here, baby. And I've got him in a gigantic t-shirt. Because, you know, when I was a little kid and I didn't feel good, I liked to run around in my dad's shirts. Say hi. No, you gotta wave. Come on, Judy. Okay, he just doesn't feel good. Oh, he's so warm, guys. I'm really, really worried about the fever, and I ran high fevers as a child. And I'm talking 104 degrees plus when I was his age. So I'm really worried, and I think the best thing is keep him warm and keep him hydrated, and let's see if we can break this fever. If I can't break it within 24 hours, he's going to the hospital. Because he's just so young, and the flu can be very, very deadly to a child. So that's the bad news we have today, is I have a very sick little grandbaby who is a funny little bird. You want to sit down there and watch your shows? Or do you want to curl up right here? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess Grandmama's going to hold him. Okay. Let me pull my blanket up, baby. Okay, so here's where my excitement comes in. Guys, you know, I've never done much with the YouTube until this last month or so. A little over a month. I've been, you know, trying to be pretty active with you guys, and because I finally have a way to do so. I thought I had a way, and then the technology changed, and it screwed everything up and made it where I didn't have a way. But anybody who's seen any of my videos at all knows that there is a lady named Bev, we'll say, she goes by Beverly Wolfe. Mrs. Wolfe with a V. She has a YouTube channel and a website and a Facebook that is Our Half Acre Homestead. All one, no spaces in between. She and her husband are just, oh my goodness, a perfect couple, and they are just wonderful people. And I have learned so much over the last few years from Bev. And then this year we were hit with some serious heartache and tragedy in our family and a lot of loss. And, you know, here is a woman I've never met in person. But we've communicated via email and via YouTube a little bit here and there. And when things went really sideways for me, about 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, I contacted her and let her know what had happened. And then I just felt like I was at wit's end and didn't have anyone to talk to. Bev really, she put herself out there for me to be an ear for me and to be someone, because she knows I trust her and I trust her judgment very much. Because things that I've learned from her have been they're tried and true and they work. And she's like I am, she believes that, you know, we're getting too far technologically and we're not going back to the old ways where, you know, we use our food and our herbs to heal. I'm a nurse and I'm telling you, there's a lot out there that medicine has it wrong. They really do. We need to look back to the 18 and 1900s for certain remedies that, man, they worked so well that people should have stuck to them. And luckily, my grandma had taught them to me and my dad, or to my dad, and then my dad taught me, and some that my dad didn't never have to deal with. My grandma showed me because she was alive until I was 28. And so I was very, very, very blessed to learn a lot of natural home remedies. So, there's what's going on with us. We're really, really not having the best of days physically, are we, baby? No, but he loves to curl up with his grandmama. He knows he's my little man. Aw, you my buddy? Yeah. Okay. So, I keep trying to get to what's got me excited, and I'm tripping over my own tongue because I can't believe it. I've been watching Bev for several years now. And in all that time, every time you turn around, somebody's doing a YouTube tag. Nobody's ever tagged me. Still haven't been tagged by name. Someone calling me out saying, I tag you, Amber Marie. But Bev tagged all of her subscribers who have YouTube channels on the Holly Jolly Christmas tag. So, I'm going to take this as her personally reaching out and saying, Amber, I'd like to know these things about you. Just because it's kind of, that's the closest thing I've ever come to actually being tagged, and I'm having a ball with it. So before I start, I'm going to tag my two people that I would really love to know these things from. And one of them, Bev, please let him know about this, because I don't think he has my channel or anything. I don't know. But J0, I'm tagging you. And of course I'm tagging Stephanie and her husband. I would love to see both sets of answers from Let's Homestead Instead. Okay? So here we go with my answers and the questions as I understand them to be. First one is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? That is hands down, no doubt, not even a question, don't have to think about it, Meet Me in St. Louis. Always have loved that song. And I've heard people, or that movie, I've always heard, you know, that people call it Meet Me in St. Louis. No, watch the movie, it's Meet Me in St. Louis. It's the name of a song. But it's a Christmas movie, and it's a fabulous Christmas movie. If you've never seen it, please go back and watch it. It's a Judy Garland movie, and it's absolutely beautiful. So the second one, and this I find kind of odd to ask somebody to answer to themselves, is, have you been naughty or nice? Well, truth be known, I've been very, very, very nice this year. And generally, I go, I'm just normal. You know, but it's been a hard year for our family, and yet we've still reached out to do as much good as we can by rescuing animals, by helping some families that were worse off than we are. And now with what's going on with our daughter and grandson. And so I would say one of the reasons that I'm nice is I did not wring my grandson's biological father's neck. Yeah, because believe me, the thought crossed my mind, guys, for just that split second, and I know that that would make me naughty. What makes me nice is instead I went to his stepmother and his dad, and I made peace and found a way to do what's best for Dante on both sides of the family. Because my concern cannot be how I feel about it. It's got to be what is best for him. So I'm going to say on number 2 that I've been really nice, especially considering the circumstances. Number 3, this one, it says share an embarrassing photo. Guys, there are no pictures of me outside of my music career. There's none. I swear to you, and if you can find one, God bless you. I don't have any that are embarrassing. Every photo I have that my dad had when he passed away and my grandma had, they're all of me as an adult singing. The only embarrassing photos are with the woman who adopted me, and we haven't talked in almost 30 years. So, I don't know. Sorry. It actually will come close. The other night, the video that my daughter and I did where she was puppy sniffing my neck. To me, that's embarrassing. But, okay. Other than that, I don't have any to show. Number 4. Have I ever had a white Christmas? No. I've always wished for one. All of my life, I've wished for a white Christmas. But, folks, I live in Phoenix, Arizona in the United States. This is like the hottest place in North America. I've only seen snow fall one time in the metropolitan area, in the valley. Maricopa County. So, no, sadly, I've never had a white Christmas. Where do I spend the holidays? Well, my entire life, that's been home. When I was a little girl, my grandparents lived right next door to us as an infant. And so we kind of were in between both houses. When I was a young girl after that, my dad would pick up my grandparents and my grandma would do Christmas dinner at my dad's house because he had a bigger kitchen. And then my dad got custody of me, and my grandma had gotten too sick, taught me how to make a turkey, but she couldn't do it anymore, so I did it. And now everybody comes to mom's. And if I'm too sick like I was last year, my kids cook it at my house because I have all the stuff. So I've always been blessed that if I could be at home, I've been home. Other than working or being incredibly ill somewhere, the stuff that she did to me as a child, I've missed 5 holidays in my whole life with my family. Other than that, and on those holidays, I did not celebrate. So, I've always spent Christmas at home. And I spend New Year's Eve at home. I've gone out once for New Year's Eve in the past 15 years, and that's literally on the other side of the houses in front of me, and that was last year. So we walked right home. It was that close. And the only other time I've always been working on New Year's, singing. So, those are my holidays. Okay, on this one, guys, I hope you'll forgive me. I'm kind of heartbroken they asked me to. Number 6 is sing a favorite Christmas song. You hear how sick I am, right? You couldn't have asked me this 2 weeks ago? So it's going to sound horrific. And at some point, I will come back in and I will record for real. So you guys can hear what my voice sort of normally sounds like. But I have 2 favorite Christmas songs, and only 2. One of them is probably going to sound kind of cheesy and corny to a lot of people that it would be my favorite, but my grandpa used to sing it to me when I was a little girl. It was Silent Night, Holy Night, all is calm, all is bright. Okay. Pneumonia, bronchitis, and a head cold. Guys, please forgive me. It just sounds horrific. But my all-time favorite Christmas song of my entire 46 and a half years on this planet is Mary, did you know that your baby boy someday walk on water? Did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? And there's no way that I can sing the higher notes right now. Even that is very painful. But it's called Mary, Did You Know? My two favorite versions of it. One is done by Kenny Rogers and Wynonna, and it's an older recording of it. And then I love the version done by the Pentatonics. It's just beautiful. There's no instruments other than themselves. And it's gorgeous 5-part harmonies. So number 7 is, do we open presents on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? Well, we open a single gift on Christmas Eve by tradition, which when I was growing up, it was always, a new pair of pajamas. But, it was cool because we had to open a present. And then we open everything else on Christmas Day, don't we, baby? Well, yes. And then the next day, he gets to open more presents. And 3 days after that, his Uncle Nick gets to open a bunch of presents. So, yeah, we got a busy December. Name Santa's reindeer. I can only do that by singing, and you can hear how my singing is going right now, because if I'm not singing it, I don't remember them. So, I don't think I can do that. Number 9. What holiday traditions do I most look forward to? Oh, wow. I love going and picking out the live Christmas tree. And I love bringing it home and putting it... I hate the process of actually screwing into it, because it's always me start crawling under there because I'm so little. But I love to put up the tree. I love to trim the tree. And since my entire life, I can never remember not being the one who chose the tree. My grandpa would take me to the lots and lots, Christmas tree lot after Christmas tree lot, until I found the tree. Whichever one made me super excited is the one he bought, whether that be at the first Christmas tree lot or the 10th. Grandpa didn't care. It had to be the right tree for me. So, no, Danny. You're not getting it. You're not getting the red stuff. So, the tree. My favorite Christmas tradition, every bit of it, surrounds the tree. I love seeing the twinkling lights. I was always the little one in the family, so my dad would pick me up and I would put the angel on the tree. When I was a very little girl, it was a star. And then we found a beautiful angel, and so we put the angel on for many, many years. She was sadly lost in a move, and so I don't know what we'll do this year. I could not celebrate Christmas last year. I tried. We had just lost Frosty 2 weeks before, not even quite 2 weeks. And so I really was not into Christmas. And I'm only doing it this year for the baby. Hold on, Danny. So, yeah, the trees. Well, that answered number 10 by accident, sorry. Are my trees real or fake? They have to be real. I cannot stand having an artificial tree inside of my house. When we had our big place, I used to use an artificial tree out front in our Christmas decorations. But inside my home, it has to be a real tree. And I usually buy a living tree, and sadly, they never make it past 6 months because we get so hot here. But I do try. Let's see. Number 11. Favorite holiday treat or food? Oh, wow. Well, growing up, it was Soretta's Candy Company French Mints. I loved getting one of those. And I'd only ever get one or two. But my very favorite treat as a little kid were the big, giant candy cane sticks. I just got my grandson his first one. For like 50 cents. When I was a little kid, they were probably a nickel. Okay? But I just loved that. And I loved my grandma's peppermint bark. Woo. And I make it now. So, yeah, that's my all-time favorite Christmas treat. As far as food is the peppermint bark. Um, do I prefer to give or receive gifts? That's easy. I like to give. Um, I feel so much pressure when people give me something. I really do, and I feel almost guilty. Um, I've been a mom since I was 18, so I and with the childhood I had, to me, I've always preferred to give. I really have. I still do. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy and appreciate the gifts given to me. I do very, very much. I appreciate the ones that are especially heartfelt. That I know that person really looked at who they were making it for or buying it for, and those are my favorite gifts to get. But I really do prefer to make a gift and give it to somebody because of my quilting and knitting and all and cooking and baking. I prefer to be the giver, and I always do something that is from my heart. I buy very little for Christmas. Let's see. You want to help me answer this one? It says, number 13. Tackiest Christmas attire. I don't have any. We lost everything in the move. So, honestly, I don't think I've ever had tacky Christmas attire. I've always wanted one of those Christmas sweaters, but the one I want would be for the Arizona Coyotes, and it turned out that was 2 years ago that they did that giveaway, and I missed it. I was at home sick the entire hockey season. I didn't get to go. How's that for figures? Yeah, I'd love to have a cool snowman or Arizona Coyotes ugly Christmas sweater. I'd love that. Never had either. So, I honestly, I don't have any, I don't wear a Christmas hat. Get out of stuff, stinker. Okay. Let's see, what's next? Number 14, my favorite dream place for Christmas. Well, there's two ways to look at that. First, I'm going to go with the absolute most heartfelt and honest answer I can give you, although it's not a possibility. It's something that is impossible to achieve. My favorite dream place for Christmas would be with my dad and my grandparents and Snowy and Frosty and Chrissy and my kids and everybody all together with a white Christmas and home and snowy, but I can't have that. So the one favorite dream that I can someday achieve is to be up in Ponderosa, which is the little valley that at the base of the Mogollon Rim that I've always wished that I could spend the latter years of my life up there, because they get a white Christmas and they only get a couple of feet of snow a year. It's just, there's not even 50 people that live in that valley, so it's just ideal for me. It's 25 miles northeast of Payson, Arizona, so it's just lovely country. So that would be my two answers to that. These are easy. Number 15, favorite holiday recipe. My grandma's peppermint bark. I love doing that one. Oh, and I love making my brownies. I had years ago invented a 5 chocolate espresso brownie that makes everybody go nutso and get fat. But it tastes so good. Okay, but my favorite one is the peppermint bark, because it's a super dark chocolate with a white chocolate layer on top and peppermint oil along with peppermint pieces. So it's really fabulous. Danny, sit still, baby. Okay, am I a pro rapper? Oh, yeah. When I was a little girl, my mother that adopted me, that's the only mother I know, she always made me wrap the presents because she sucked at it. And mine were perfect. Never did figure out why, but I think it's because I'm very meticulous to detail when I work on something. So yeah, I am definitely I could make money wrapping gifts. Seriously. Oh wow. Number 17, my most memorable Christmas. This is a sad one for me to answer, because if I give you one answer, I'm leaving out. The truth of the matter is that I have more than one that are equally as memorable. My favorite story for a memorable Christmas is what I'm going to tell you. Sarah was born December 1st of 1993. So, she really didn't know what Christmas was on her first Christmas. She had no idea. That following Christmas, 1994, my dad and myself and my now ex-husband BJ and I were all sitting at the table after dinner, and because we ate around 2 or 3 o'clock back then. Nicholas was 5 years old. Sarah was a year old. Was Nick 5 yet? Yeah, because he'd have been turning 6 that year. Baby, hold still. Anyway, so we got Sarah a beautiful doll, along with a bunch of other crap. And Nick wanted Transformer stuff and Hot Wheels. So we went with both of those. Well, we're sitting at the table having coffee, and I was in between BJ on my left and my dad on my right, and Sarah goes over and plays with, and I have a picture of that Christmas, by the way. Sarah went over and started playing with her brothers, Power Rangers, and toy vehicles, Hot Wheel cars, and he blew up at her. And he hit her, and he got in trouble. So, about an hour later, 45 minutes later, something like that, out of nowhere, he's sitting at the coffee table and he's playing with his new toys. And Sarah walks up and whacks him in the side of the head with her doll. And my dad just grabbed me and made me be quiet. And we're cracking up laughing. And then she grabbed one of his toy trucks and went, at him. And that's when we realized that she had a long memory. So yeah, that's my most memorable Christmas. He picked on her and she whacked him in the temple with a doll. So, number 18. What made me realize the truth about Santa? I thought, what truth? I don't have a fireplace, but my back door will be unlocked for him. So, Santa has magic keys. Give me a break. He goes wherever he's got to go. Okay. I think that's the truth you mean, right? Because, well, anyway. Number 19. Do I make a New Year's resolution? Oh my God, no. If I'm going to resolve to do something, it's when I make up my mind, I make up my mind. And I just do it. I don't believe in all that crap. And the final question. What makes the holiday special? Well, at the moment, it's remembering my loved ones that are gone. And having time with my ones that I still have here. Including little Chrissy laying back there. And new friends. Knowing that we made it through some really rough stuff and we did it together, and there's a long way to go, but we're going to make it. All of us. You guys. Us. This little guy with his fever. And definitely my Esky. We're all going to make it, guys. That's my favorite. What makes my holiday special? Family, friends, good meal, and for me, the Lord. Yes, I know the whole pagan thing. I don't even want to hear it. We never celebrate my birthday on the right day anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Sure, it doesn't matter to baby Jesus either. Danny, if you don't put climate on me, you're going to get put in your room. So, this holiday is going to be hard without my babies. But it's going to be the first one where Danny will actually wake up Christmas morning with Grandmama and Papa. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. At the same time, I'm dreading it. But Bev, thank you for sort of tagging me. No one knows me very well, and I've only got 31 subscribers as far as numbers go, but you know what? I'll take the 31 I got any day over 50, 75,000 people that I don't know them by name. So I appreciate everybody that watches my videos and everybody that ever has, and I especially appreciate that the Lord's provided me with some good friends around the world. Some good guidance. and allowed me to hopefully bring you guys some information that's helpful. So, here's what we're going to say as far as the Holly Jolly Christmas. Right? Right, Danny? You say bye-bye? Wave bye-bye. Wave. Oh, you limp little wimp. He's just being a stinker. Okay, so we're going to let you go, guys, but Merry Christmas. Please. Be safe. Stay home if you're drinking. Stay home if you're not. Because there are other people out there that are. And aside from that, I wish you all of God's blessings and good wishes for a good meal and to have the things that you need. God bless. Merry Christmas, guys.